Hi everyone. It's good to be back with you. Thank you for taking the time to tune in to my channel. Today I want to talk to you. It will be briefly though, because like I said, I don't know what's going on with my camera and my phone because I'm still having technical issues. So have patience with me. All kinds of little things seem to go on when I try to do these tapes. It's like sometimes my mind is full of stuff and just a lot goes on, but I don't want to hold up your time because I know every moment is precious to me. And when I'm listening to videos, I'm always thinking, come on, please get to the point. I got so many things I got to do. I want to hear you. I want to hear what you got to say. So you may be thinking that same thing right now. But I wanted to talk to you a few minutes about love connection between the family. Um, there are some people who are dealing with situations with their children and mates and all different ones, but if I knew what I know now, I would have saved myself a lot of just going around doing things that weren't wouldn't benefit me. One I learned when I first started teaching. Well, I've been teaching pretty much all my life, but let's say in the public sectors. A lot of times when I was in the classroom, I thought, okay, kids, let's get this lesson now. This is what, I'm here to do, and I want you to get the benefit of what I can help you with. And it never occurred to me, that being too anxious to pour knowledge into them, um, being too anxious to just get them to conform to the behavior that is expected in a classroom. It never occurred to me that that was not going to work. And but there were times when on individual levels that I was able to reach some people who were in a deep place. They were in a deep hurting place. And sometimes we have family members who are in those places. Sometimes we can help them work through it, but sometimes they are preoccupied and it may not work. We may not be able to help them right at that moment. But some of the things that I have noticed, though, is this, that when our heart is pure and we come at them in a way, as though as if it was us, when someone was coming to us and we want someone to help us. And sometimes it's hard to see because when there is family members and people who we love, the emotions can be very extreme, they can be deep. And so that makes it kind of difficult for us sometimes to say what we really mean or to behave in the way we want to, you understand? And what I've noticed is that, like being too assertive and coming on, demanding or extreme expectations from from children or people we love, they if they're in a place of vulnerability, we're not able to reach them like that way. So pure love from here, people can feel it, children can feel it, anyone you love can feel it. They just, it's something about the universe that just radiates, you understand? So sometimes we have created things over a period of time and we don't know how to straighten those things out. We don't know how to come back from that because one of the people you deal with may hold some grudges, might be still angry about the way that you tried to help them and it was maybe not as effective as you had hoped it would be. And it may be the same thing with you. You might be holding something against someone in the family that just didn't, you just did, they just rubbed you the wrong way. Some people say they didn't come off the way you wanted them to. So what I'm saying is this here. I would love to see us, my friends, my family, make a good go of working together, loving and forgiving and being merciful. But now there are some things that people are going to do that you're probably not going to be able to handle. Some stuff we really, we're just not able to, we're not ready, or we are not capable of handling it at a time, and let me give you an example. Say someone comes around you and they may be smoking marijuana or something, and you may be like, well, that's just, it's just against my total principle, and I won't be able to tolerate that. You understand? And I understand that type of thing. Or maybe if someone comes around you and they drink excessively, and you'll, like, when people drink, sometimes some people know how to be really cool and chill. You know what I'm saying? When they're drinking, they're not, oh, just so out of control, out of order, so that you can tolerate some people that, but some, you might have a limits. Like I can tell when they go too far, and so I understand those things. But for the most part, what I'm saying is, when we have family members and we didn't know in the beginning, because most of us are still learning how to work together as a group. We're learning how to be respectful. And so I learned that imposing my will or my thoughts of, suggesting that what I say is more important, and not listening, that's one of the things that can create some of the problem with us and a family member. If we're not listening, and listening with compassion, listening with love, listening with a ideal to have a resolution for helping them, get, through whatever they're going through. And if we give them something, and we tell everybody, or we throw it back at them, well, I gave you this, and you never gave me that back, and blah blah blah, and you don't ever give me anything. That's not going to be a really good way to develop a really nice relationship. So if we give something, we should be giving it with love from our heart. And like, when people don't seem to return the love that we're giving, when you give it, and you're giving it from here, you understand? Oh, well, here, wherever the heart is. When you're giving it from that true place, then, that's good. That's good. And also, there's sometimes that we put a little bit too much value on our material things. I've learned that, integrity, having the will to do what is right to the best that you can determine, that's a good help too. Because if you having the will to do what is right, you can help your relationship grow and be, expand, because the universe is going to send that out. That is a seed. That seed is, it's like you planted it, and it may not grow today. You might be like, well, look like they're still not understanding, they're still not comprehending. But when your heart is pure, it's something in the universe that makes that be pure everywhere it lands, everywhere, everywhere someone think of you, it'll come out, like, they will feel and sense where you're coming from. So that's one thing. And one of the things that I have noticed also is that, like, some people, when they and I've been that way too, like, when someone hurt you so bad, you kind of stay stuck on that. Well, they said so and so about me, and they did this to me, and this is, and that is not nice, and that hurts. It doesn't feel good when someone persecutes you. It doesn't feel good when someone do not appreciate you. It does not feel nice. So therefore, it is difficult to get over, but we have to learn to get over it. We have to get over it. We have to say, because when we get our heart really, really right, we go into our meditation or our prayer, and we begin to see something different. We begin to feel something different. We begin to really want to do better. We begin to really want to help these people, help our family, help the ones we love, and we're not holding that grudge against them anymore. I didn't organize this in any way, and I didn't do a little bit of paper or whatever because with my technical issues, by the time I look down or whatever, I look back up and the thing may say time for you to cut off or whatever. See, I didn't do the write out and all of that because I never know what's going to happen when I'm doing my videos because of my technical issues and everything. But I do hope to have them resolved sometimes in this 2021 year 2021. And but anyway, back to what I was saying about the family. Like when you continue to do something good, and I'm not saying let somebody walk over you. No, you're not a doormat. You don't deserve to have someone to just walk over you, to continue to take advantage of you. But when you give love in such a pure way, there is something about it that is so rewarding. You learn to get peace in yourself. And if they never come back with the right attitude or with the right spirit, you're so happy because you made the right choice. And I know I may be sounding like Joel Osteen because sometimes I know something like that can get on your nerve because he'll say, well, if you just give love and just love back, everything will be okay. And you be like, yeah, 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 and all that sweet hokey dory dory dobby dobby, we get it, but when people are going through really real, real pains, it's like that kind of little sweet talking stuff, but it's real. It's really good stuff. And I mean, he is really one of the people that can really encourage a person. And I'm not saying this for brownie points. I'm not saying it because I want to, because I have learned me some contentment in my heart. I thank the Most High for that. When you get that contentment in your heart, you're not worried about these material things. You want them. Yes, I love expensive cologne. Yes, oh yes. I love beautiful wigs. Oh yes. I love nice things. Yes, yes, I do. But when you get this contentment in your heart, this peace in your heart, this satisfaction, not totally satisfaction, but a satisfaction where you have your faith working for you real, real strong, and you just know that everything's going to work out all right because you are going to do the best that you can to be in alignment with the universe, with the spirit of truth and love and harmony, and all these good things. You know that good stuff is bound to come because you're planting that. I've never seen anyone plant a good seed. If it's a good watermelon seed, a good watermelon will come up. If it is a good corn seed, corn come up, and it comes back up in a lot. You don't get just that one ear or that one little grain. You get a bunch of corn back. So when you're planting good things, you have to have patience. You got to wait for it, because you're like, well, I've been given for so-and-so, so-and-so, and I've been loving, and I'm not. No, that's not the attitude. The attitude is, I'm going to give and give and give until the universe hear me, until I get what I give. You understand? It may not come from the one you think, but when you give that love, it comes. I promise you, it will come. And so I don't want to get cut off or shut off because, like I told you, I don't be knowing what's going on with my phone and everything at the time. But if you didn't understand